right. Hi, and welcome to the Sportsman Show. I am your host, Joe Musel, for episode 55 of season 2. You know, I was out sick, got a little bug last week. Couldn't do the show because it would have been all my co-host, Coachy, by himself, talking about hockey.
Probably would have been scaring everybody.
You would have scared everybody away. We would have lost what the fans that do watch. We would have lost them really bad. But thanks for tuning in. If you're tuning in on the television, thanks for tuning in. And if you're watching us on YouTube, all our new episodes are on YouTube. Everything's new and stuff like that. So we're going strong right now. We're going strong.
Yeah, and we finally caught up.
We're finally caught up. We're going good.
Even though now the Crack of Dawn episodes haven't been aired yet, they haven't come up on YouTube, but ours is now.
Ours are. Hey, we're taking over.
Yeah, I know. Poor Dawn. I see her today anyway because now she's an art teacher. So in Waterbury. So
yeah,
her show's now Monday. I think now she does Mondays.
Mondays in Waterbury?
No. From the studio, she'll be doing it Monday. She's an art teacher this year.
Yeah, she's always an art teacher.
Right, but now she's in Waterbury.
Oh, now she's in Waterbury. She didn't go to Hartford or something.
No, she didn't like Hartford, so she's closer to home, I guess.
Closer to home, she's in Waterbury. Okay. So, hopefully I get to talk to her again and stuff like that. I miss her terribly and stuff like that. She's a good person.
I've seen her more than you have.
Yeah, you have seen her more than I have. That's usually not the point or a case. But this weekend coming up, there's the Bethlehem Fair. We've been talking about it. It's going to go back on the number 92 for them of the Bethlehem Fair. So that's going to be fun and entertaining. Hopefully, me and Steve get to listen to some Neil Diamond on Saturday night. Neil Diamond tribute band.
That's what I was going to say. Neil Diamond, unfortunately, is not feeling very well, and he's not doing concerts anymore.
No. But it's going to be a tribute band to Neil Diamond. I know you like the Neil Diamond song of your famous Red Sox.
Just one. Well, no, I like more than one. He's got
like more than one, but one is special to you since you're a Red Sox fan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But sometimes I don't sing along to the song because I have other things on my mind, of course. So
okay. But another famous person got into the Hall of Fame. Should have been in the Hall of Fame last year, but they didn't have it last year. Derek Jeter. What can you say about Derek Jeter? Holy crap! Just a 20-year career of awesomeness. Of a pure professional, of a pure icon of baseball. Didn't really do anything wrong.
He
Never did. 5 world championships under his belt. And let's see, a member of the 3,000 hit club.
3,465 hits was his actual total.
How many?
3,465, I believe, 6th all time.
3,465. Yep. Out of that, a 310 batting average, over 260 home runs,
and stole over 350 bases.
Yep, and that's at 1,195 at bats. 11,000.
Yeah, well, and he wasn't just good for his bat either.
No, his defense for the shortstop was, I believe he won some gold gloves in there.
5 of them.
Yep, 5. Hey.
And he won the World Series MVP in 2000.
Yep. I mean, Derek Jeter is just a class act. For me, he is the captain of the Yankees when he was the captain. Very hard to replace him or going to be able to replace him as the captain if we ever find another one again.
Well, The only downside we had with him is when there were rumors flying he was dating Mariah Carey. George Steinbrenner must have put him in his office and said, "Nope, you're not going to do that. That'll be a major distraction."
Well, he dated a lot of
almost.
He dated a lot of women. He dated a lot. I heard he dated FHM's Playgirl of the Month for a year. Every girl went out with Derek Jeter for the whole month or something like that. And so I mean, he never got married or anything like that. So you can play around the Bachelor.
I think he's married now.
I think he is married now, but back then he wasn't married. He could play the Bachelor card. He never stepped out of bounds with these women. He just showed them a good time. And
he didn't get married at all during all his 19 years with the Yankees. I think he got married once he was done with baseball.
Yeah. So, I mean, that means you can play the Bachelor card, Coachy. You can play that card. It's okay.
Yeah, okay. We have a full deck of cards.
Yeah, he had all 52.
Ace in the hole.
Yeah, he had all 52. I mean, he made a lot of money doing what he did. So, other players that went into the Hall of Fame, Coachy?
Larry Walker was one.
Yep.
Let me get you the list. Wait a minute. There were four players today that got in.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping you knew them all.
No, I didn't know the other two that well. I knew there were four.
I knew there was four too, but
yeah, wait a minute.
I didn't watch Derek Jeter's speech yet.
Yeah, I know. You'll have to catch up on that.
I have to catch up on that.
Ted Simmons and Marvin Miller.
Okay. Those are two players before pretty much. What are those, coaches?
No, let me see. Wait a minute. Marvin Miller. I can click on him. What was the story with him? Marvin Miller.
Marvin Miller. I never heard of Marvin Miller, but congratulations. You're in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, congratulations to him. Yes. Let me see. What did he do? He was a baseball executive.
Oh, okay. That's why I never heard of him.
Yep. No, he was a baseball executive, and he died age 95.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I know. The other one, Ted Simmons. We might as well look him up. He was. Hello, Bing. Let's go.
Bing, come on, Bing. Give us some stats.
Notification blocked. Don't give me that crap.
Bing, come on, Bing. We're usually faster than this. Sorry, folks.
Yeah, I know. We normally are, but heaven forbid.
We're off a little bit right now.
I know. But hold on. Here we go. He was a baseball player, a coach, and he was a switch hitter. He's 72 years old.
Okay.
He was the first Milwaukee Brewers team to make the playoffs and the first to earn a trip for the World Series. As the Cardinals' backstop based on his gregarious bat. Okay. Thank you. That's all I needed to know. All right.
Okay, that's all we need to know about that guy. But Congratulations to this class. You're in the Hall of Fame. You're not as famous as Derek Jeter, so basically you're not
Walker.
or Larry Walker. Basically, it was Derek Jeter Day, like it should have been.
Pretty much, and they had about a couple school buses there to honor, so it was a pretty short trip. And then, of course, he had to get back to Miami, Florida anyway to get back to the Marlins. So
yeah. So let's see. Baseball. Let's continue with a little bit of baseball. Right now, the Yankees aren't playing too well. They're showing signs of discretion. They're not going to catch Tampa Bay. I'm sorry to say, neither the Red Sox or Yankees are going to catch them. I mean, even during the 20-game win streak of the Yankees, Tampa Bay was still winning enough to even increase their lead in the division. So, so we're fighting for a wild card. Either
you're going to get in the playoffs. Trust me, you will get in. I don't think you guys are pretty stable.
Yeah.
Unless Seattle has it their way. Oakland's not out of it yet. Toronto's not running away. Is not out of this yet either.
Nope. Those teams aren't out of it. But hey, we're gonna have to play that one game play-in. It's gonna be in Yankee Stadium.
You're pretty much playing it at Yankee Stadium, so
yeah,
you may have there.
Pretty much. Hopefully Derek Cole is healthy enough to play that game. Because we're gonna really need him to play that game. Actually, the hitting lineup right now is getting healthier. We saw Gleyber Torres came back, and Gary Sanchez came back. I don't know where the Yankees are going to actually put these guys to actually have their bats in the lineup. It's kind of an overjam right now of where do you stick these guys? I think that's messing up with their winning streak and stuff because players don't have time to get into a rhythm or anything before they're pulled out of a game or not scheduled for a game or something like that. Baseball players need rhythm. They need a couple games of being in a lineup to get it back a rhythm and stuff like that. So hopefully the Yankees figure out some kind of lineup and get back on track to lock up that wild card spot. But your Red Sox are teetering on yeah.
We have been zonked. We had up to about 11 players that were on that zonk list. Some of them were still in Cleveland. Some were still in Tampa. Some are in Boston right now. Some are actually either home or in a hotel in Cleveland or in a hotel in St. Pete.
Yeah, so
not the best times in the world, and what a wrong time to start having one of these situations, unfortunately. And now we've even had to wear masks in the dugout again. So a valid point happened. They think, well, we should be forfeiting those games. Well, not like the NFL, NBA, or NHL. Guess what? When baseball season started, they did not make you forfeit. They found a way to play to make up these games.
You don't have much time, though.
Right.
You have a couple weeks left of the season.
But here's the worst case scenario. If you don't have a playoff, if you can't get a playoff spot, then no, you can't. You should then just cancel the game unless, and I have to say unfortunate, unless you have to play a team that you have to play this one. So just for them to get into a playoff spot, and that could possibly happen. There could be a team out there that if they have to make up a game, they could be the victim, and you may have to play another game, which would not make them too happy.
No.
And yes, it's happened before. If you recall, we had one year, we had a team that had to play one regular season game because it got postponed. So we didn't have a declared winner. And then once that team won, we were tied. Then we had to play a one-game extra game.
Yep.
Right. And then after that, we had another wild card game was next. And then the playoffs finally began.
Yeah. So hopefully, I don't know, you should guys just forfeit the rest of the season. Shut it down.
Worry. Well, our season remaining after this game tonight, it doesn't get any better. Night off, 3 games in Chicago.
Yeesh.
Yeah, one of the best teams right now in baseball, the Chicago White Sox. They're going to be going to the playoffs.
Yep.
And then they have to go to Seattle while the Mariners are fighting for a wild card spot. So Seattle isn't done yet either.
Nope.
Then after that, the Red Sox have some home games left, and we finish with the New York Yankees. But by the time it's going right now, may not mean anything, but you never know. Those
never
are our
know.
last week of the season.
But
we'll
see we'll see what happens.
But now everybody in the National League is now about the NL West. They're talking about the Giants and the Dodgers. That's the closest race we have right now.
Yeah, I think they're dead even right now as we speak.
And plus one of those teams has a wild card lead of 14 games or something like that. Oh.
I think that's the Dodgers have the 14.
Yeah, well, Dodgers or Giants. Because they're both tied, both teams would have that situation, but a 14-game lead. Ooh.
Yep. And that's over a good San Diego Padre team. That's over.
Yeah, Padres, I don't think are going to make it. I think they're going to come up just short.
Yeah, I think so too. So, yeah. But everything's coming down to the last couple weeks in baseball. So that should be a pretty good race, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, probably by not next week, but the following week, we should start seeing some teams clinch a playoff spot or a division.
Yep. By next week, we should be able to call that and stuff like that. So, we'll see.
But we'll find out what happens in the next couple of weeks. But, for some of these teams, it's going to get vital. I think LA has to play San Francisco and Los Angeles. I still think has one more series left. Yeah,
I think so. That's going to be a big series. If they finish tied, that'd be awesome.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So moving along, I do want to get this. I got to get into the hockey one because
hockey.
We are going to the Olympics.
Hockey is going to the Olympics. We're sending professional players to the Olympics.
Yes, after they didn't do it 4 years ago.
But this year we're going to send them anyways.
Right. So. And we just have to watch to see how this goes. The rules of the road with this is anybody who gets tested positive before they get to go to China, you're not going. You're staying home.
You're staying home. So if you get zonked, you stay home.
It's not worth it.
So they're going to shut down the season for two weeks or something?
I'm finding that out right now, but it does say that we are returning to the Olympics for 2022 and 2026.
Oh, wow. They're planning that far ahead.
Next two. Yes.
Wow. They're planning that far ahead.
Yes, they are.
Okay. They're actually going to see if hockey fans are still going to be around at that time.
Well, they're saying that our schedule for February 4th, the break for the hockey break for the Olympics will be from February 5th to the 22nd.
Okay.
So they'll get 17 days in between. They will, of course, the All-Star weekend will be held in Las Vegas at the T-Mobile Arena. And then after that, obviously, they'll get their break. And then more than likely, I think they will resume, I want to say maybe the 24th or the 25th, they'll resume the regular season again.
Okay. That sounds good.
I mean, it's a good move, but imagine if we didn't sign this deal last year, then these players wouldn't be going. I mean, like I said, last year they didn't go. The NHL really didn't want them to go out there and
be out there.
And I'm just happy that, they're getting a chance, but please do it safely out there because we're still not out of the woods by any means yet.
That's true too.
And a quick bit for hockey, Sidney Crosby will be out 6 weeks. He had surgery on his wrist this afternoon.
Oh no, Sidney Crosby.
Yeah, I know for Pittsburgh, but he's going to miss some of training camp, which, by the way, the NHL season starts in just 34 days.
34 days. He's actually holding up 43, but, other way around. There you go. Yeah, there.
Sorry, this is on backwards, I guess.
It is on backwards.
Oh, that isn't unusual.
He doesn't know how many days are left. 43, 34, whatever. Okay.
I know. Hey, all I know is
folks,
it's only one more week before I get that Seattle Kraken hockey jersey. Time to break the bank. So
trying to break the bank. We never went to go see Space Jam.
I know.
I don't think it's in theaters anymore.
It'll come out on pay-per-view or on the
I'm going to come over to your house and watch it.
Yeah, well, we'll have to pick the date eventually.
Yeah.
Why? Actually, is Space Jam already out of the theaters now? Already?
Yeah, I think so. So.
We'll figure. You figure that movie didn't want to last long. Look what happens. They only last like a month, and then they were gone. That's
it.
I
know.
Ratings on the wall.
All
right. Before we get into the football, I do want to bring up a little bit of tennis with the U.S. Open.
Yep. Okay. You bring up your tennis.
This has been a U.S. Open that's turned upside down, but the fans have a lot to do with this. I'm so happy to see these fans back in the stands, and they played a big part. Yana Dokovic, who is still in this thing, needs to win 3 more matches and he completes the Grand Slam, meaning Australian Open, Wimbledon, the French Open, and now the U.S. Open. He's got a match tonight. I think it's at 8:30. So he's going against this an opponent where he went to played him in the finals for Wimbledon, and he won it in 4 sets. I remember that. But our other athlete, Aksuna, who we talked about, that didn't like being in the press or in the media, after the match was over, she said she's taking a break from tennis. I knew that was going to happen.
She's taking a break. Now she's upset.
Yeah, we're upset again. If she continued to win her matches, then obviously she would talk to the media. She still isn't very comfortable talking to the media. Then we had another one, Sloane Stephens, after she lost her match. They were talking about her with the abuse and everything, and she wanted to take a break. I'm like, okay, is this tennis or is this a soap opera?
Probably a soap opera.
Yep.
Good chance JR is going to be somewhere on the court. JR is going to be there from the soap opera.
But I am very impressed with this person, Leylah Fernandez from Canada. She right now has a semifinals match coming up, and I looked at the story, I read the article, and it's about her father, who's the coach. He's staying home right now in Canada, taking care of her little sister, which I can understand. You can always hope that your father would come watch you with your matches, but right now instead everybody was thinking that was her coach next to her mom. It's the fitness coach.
Okay, that's fine. She's got somebody there.
But we've had some people. But there is no U.S. men or women's side in the singles that are this deep into the Open. Nobody's remaining from the United States. I think we have one person from Canada from the women's side, and I think one from the men's side, and I think the one for the I think it's tomorrow. I forgot. They still got one more singles match, and then they got a doubles match. Another women's singles match tonight. So we'll see. But awesome all the way with what's been going on with the U.S. Open.
Okay.
And I'm very happy with
so it's no longer the U.S. Open; it's the Foreign Open.
It's the World Open. Yeah.
It's the World Open. It's
we'll put
for everybody. It's everybody's tournament. So.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Now, this is the end of the show. We go the rest of the way with this. Welcome back. Well, first, I do want to put a little college in there first. Georgia, Clemson was the disappointing team of the first week.
I'll speak about Clemson in a little while. Clemson, big disappointment.
Can't say an upset, but they got rocked. Their offensive line has no clue.
They're favored in all their games after this, but they're going to have to beat their opponents like a Cherokee drum just to be acknowledged into the 4-team playoff. It's still only 4 teams.
Right. And you know what? Maybe the game against Georgia, maybe this is the one loss they get. If you want to get your loss, get it now and not during some point during the season.
Yeah, but they're going to have to annihilate their opponents just to get nominated and stuff.
Right.
And one of their opponents is going to be UConn, which is going to be over in like 10 seconds.
No, I'll give it about 5 minutes, and then
I'll give it about 10 seconds before the score is 55 nothing.
What are we gonna do? One play, a toss right, and all of a sudden he's gone for a touchdown, 75
Pretty
yards?
much, probably our defense is that bad.
Yeah, well.
So we'll talk about UConn in a little bit.
In a minute, yeah.
Yeah. What other things?
I mean, UCLA's 2-0. They beat LSU. I got to give them props because they're off to a 2-0 start.
Yep.
Which they'll probably be in the top 25 now after that win.
Yep.
Notre Dame and Florida State was an absolute great game. I think that was probably the best game of the week.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, the only downside, Florida State misses their field goal in overtime, and then Notre Dame answers the bell and gets their field goal to win it 41-38, even though they didn't cover the spread. God found it. But
yeah. Yeah, got to cover that spread.
Yeah, I went 13-12 in my college football picks. Not bad for the first week, but it can be better. The only bugaboo problem I had was Ole Miss and Louisville. Didn't like it, unfortunately. How often do we have 4 players get ejected for targeting in one game?
Well, if they're talking about targeting nowadays, I mean, okay. Should there be some kind of level of targeting? Like in basketball, there's a flagrant 1 and a flagrant 2. I mean, should there be a young kid like that shouldn't be taken out of the game just like that. You know, a snap of the thing and it's over. I mean, that's
two of the 4 were legit. There was a helmet to helmet hit. The other 2, you really couldn't tell because they were both on the ground.
Yeah,
that could plain sight.
That could have been like a flagrant 1, you know, and give him a yellow card. Give him a yellow card.
The first one you get for targeting, if it's not helmet to helmet, 15 yards, first warning. Second time, 15 ejected, and you miss the rest of the game. Or if it happens in the second half, you have to miss half the game next week.
Yeah.
But it was funny that all 4 of these targeting calls were in the second quarter.
Yep.
So nobody actually has to miss the next half of the game next week. They all had to miss the rest of the game pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, but I just looked at it and I said, after the fourth one, I said, this is getting out of hand here, folks. I mean, the game slowed down big time.
College football
took about an hour and 15 minutes to play the second quarter.
Yep. That's slowing down the game too.
Mm-hmm.
So
go ahead. I guess now
just right. There should be something different. A yellow card, something different. Flagrant 1, flagrant 2. Something like
flagrant 2, you're automatically done.
Yeah. So there should be different
and
levels.
Finally, in the college football world, Randy Edsall was showing his walking papers apparently.
Yeah, first of all, Randy Edsall, he says, I'm going to finish the whole season. And then 10 minutes later, he's in the car.
About a day later. It was about a day late. 2 days. About a day later.
A day later, he's already in the car and gone. He's
I think, the first game against Fresno State, we gave him a free pass because that was going to be difficult.
That was horrible.
I know.
We couldn't even.
But you had to give him another chance because this is the next game you needed to win.
Yeah, but Fresno was like 37 yards of offense.
In the first quarter.
No, I mean, for the whole game, I think they only passed for 74 yards and ran for 37 or something like that.
Fresno State scored touchdown on defense on a fumble recovery. That's it. That whole game turned quick. That was it.
That game was over in the first 5 seconds.
No, Joe. It was no score after 1 quarter.
It's still over. It was 45-0 or something?
45-0. They gave up the points in the second quarter.
Yeah.
And it was still lights out. So then Randy Edsall decides I'm leaving at the end of the season. So I guess the UConn club and everybody else must have said, no, it's not good enough. Please leave or get fired. And he decided to leave now. I had a funny feeling he got fired or they decided to pay the rest of his salary the rest of the season.
Well, UConn's been in the toilet for about 10 years now.
ever since they made it to the
Ever
Motor
since
City
he,
Bowl.
yeah,
Motor
most
City
Super
Bowl, the
Bowl.
last time they made the bowl appearance.
Yep. After that, it's been Toilet City. I mean, really Toilet City. I mean, they finished with a 0-12 record once and the last place defense in the league. I mean, UConn's not getting the recruits that they got before. They're not even getting 3-star recruits or anything. They're just putting a football team out there to be slaughtered practically.
Yeah, and then here comes now you bring in a defensive coordinator who's going to be there the rest of the season. And of course, what do you get for your first opponent? 34-point underdog Purdue.
Yeah, Purdue. 34 points.
You know what? With 34 points, would I take it that much? I don't know. For the first game when your coach makes its debut, yeah, I would say you can cover the spread after that. No.
I don't know about this, but he has no players. They really have fallen behind in recruiting players.
Yeah, and the schedule doesn't get any easier either. Remember, they're independent.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be good.
Here comes Clemson, who's already ticked off.
Yeah, right. Clemson's going to maul us into the ground.
It's Clemson too, so it isn't going to do any better.
No, it's not going to do any better. I mean, Clemson's going to have to run up the score to show that they can be in the title game. So it's going to be like 110-0.
So about maybe come around at start of the third quarter, Clemson's going to take all their starters out.
Probably not, because they need to show the committee that they belong in the 14 playoffs. They really do. If they don't highlight these games and really slaughter the next 11 opponents, they're not going to be in.
Yep. Alabama. Alabama hasn't changed. They're still force. They're in for the force.
Miami.
It wasn't even close.
I mean, one other thing about UConn. Is UConn ever going to be a top 25 team in football? I don't see it ever happening. I don't see it ever happening.
Not for at least 5-10 years. The last time we did that is when Randy Edsel took him to the Fiesta Bowl.
Yeah, but I mean, they're going to start losing fans and stuff. Really bad.
They've only had 18,000 fans at Pratt and Whitney.
Well, I think that some of that because of COVID. I think that was COVID limited. I think
of course, Georgia wins, and now the Georgia football team is zonked somewhat, I've heard.
Yeah.
But, so all right. With the amount of time we have left, welcome to the NFL season.
Welcome to the NFL second half. Welcome to the NFL season. All right.
Thursday night. Here we go.
Thursday night. Tom Brady gets to go up against Dak Prescott in Dallas. Dallas gets to go.
I heard they're not giving Dallas a fighting chance.
No, they're not. They're really not.
It's going to be closer than what you think, because it's always the opener.
Yeah, opener. Teams had some time to prepare for each other and stuff like that. Even Dallas's defense, hopefully they don't get carved up too bad. But what else is there in football? Let's see.
Well, let's see. Besides Dallas and Tampa, with the matchup that's going through in Dallas, we're going to see how bad the defense is going to go down the drain again this year.
They really didn't even address that side of the ball. Dallas did.
Nope.
I mean, they got that. If you can't stop a paper bag going through your defense, it's going to be a long season. Yeah. I mean, they ranked the NFC teams, and they put Dallas at 8, I think. Out of the 16 teams, they put Dallas at 8. Out of the NFC.
That is really down the middle. That's actually right in the middle.
Right in the middle. I mean, Can they make the playoffs? Maybe. Being ranked in the middle, probably not. I mean, they spend too much on the running back. They glorify other positions, and they don't help out their defense. So
And they
good
better
luck,
rely on
Dallas.
all those wide receivers they have. They were pretty thin in a way
Yep.
already.
I mean, if Dak Prescott gets hurt again, then they're really in trouble.
Yup. And then Ezekiel Elliott, if you're a fantasy football person like I am,
yep.
No Prescott, it changes. Here we go again. Then you just busted yourself on a running back that's going to not do much.
Yeah. So,
so that's my hope on that.
Did we talk about Cam Newton leaving New England?
No, but we can bring up Mac Jones right now.
Mac Jones.
He's getting
New
ready
England.
for his first game against Miami. This whole thing with Cam Newton is gone. Could have been so many other ways why he was released. Well, it could have been the owner's son wanted to get rid of him. 2, he wasn't vaccinated, or 3, he went somewhere. Even though it was a medical facility, he had to go quarantine for 5 days when they needed him.
Yeah. So either they were fed up with the talks and fed up with his problems. And Mac Jones, did he really outperform Cam Newton in the preseason? It was
Tough to
tell.
Tough to say.
Is Mac Jones more responsible and a better person to have underneath the thing? Yes.
The only downside is Stevenson had a dislocated thumb at practice last week.
Yeah,
so that was an unfortunate break.
Hopefully that's not his holding hand for the ball.
Right.
Running backs for the they got Stevenson and the other kid. I believe
Harris.
That's Damon Harris. Yeah.
And James White is still there. He made the team.
Yep. So
and we actually have some tight ends. We actually have 2 tight ends.
Yes,
Janu
we
Smith
do.
And Hunter Henry will both be available on Sunday.
But that's a pretty good running game for Mac Jones to rely on.
But I can see them throwing the ball. I can see Mac Jones throwing the ball a little more. I think the running touchdowns are over with the running quarterback plays.
I meant the running backs.
Oh, okay.
I meant Stevenson. I meant the other guy.
James White, Damian Harris.
James White. I still say that's a good, strong running game for Mac Jones to have in back of him. I mean, White's a good third down back. I mean, he won a Super Bowl for us. So
he's won a couple.
Yeah.
He's won 2. He's won 3. Actually, he's won 3.
He's won 3 Super Bowls, but he actually won a couple of them by himself almost.
Yeah, he won one against
28 points.
In overtime. Yep.
He scored 28 points in one Super Bowl for us.
Yeah, I didn't forget that.
But
wide receiving core, Jacoby Myers, Nelson Aguilar, we have a chance with this. It's decent. It's better. It's a little bit better of an upgrade. We did lose N'Keal Harry for a bit. He is injured.
Yep.
So I can see others stepping up, but are we going to do better this year? Yeah, we'll have a couple more wins than we did last year, I think.
I say Patriots are 11 to 12 win team. I say they can get into the playoffs. Because
I can agree with that.
I don't see Miami and Tula. I mean, yes, their coach is better and their offensive line is a little bit better, but I still say they're a step below the Patriots, and the Jets are just a mess. The Jets are horrible.
Well, they did upgrade though in wide receiving. They did upgrade this year.
The Jets?
Yeah, they did get Corey Davis from Tennessee, so they did get a small upgrade. Not much, but some.
I don't see their quarterback, Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson in Carolina?
No. Jets quarterback.
That's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yes, Wilson.
Wilson.
I'm talking about that.
Yeah, Wilson. So I don't see him. They're calling him the next big thing and stuff.
Oh, didn't we hear this before with the last quarterback, and he got sent to Carolina?
He got sent to Carolina. Yeah. So, Jets are still a mess. So,
Now,
I mean, Buffalo.
They do have a chance to beat Carolina, though, but I highly doubt it because I think Carolina's got better weapons on that team.
I think so.
But, and then you got the Giants. All we've heard is Saquon Barkley. Is he going to play this week? Will he be cleared to play week 1? If he does play, he's not going to get all the carries. We know that. He won't be starting. Devontae Booker is going to be the starter.
Yeah. So they'll progress. They need him. The Giants really do need Saquon Barkley to be the man.
But remember, one more major injury with Barkley, and I think the Giants are going to have enough. I said they've had enough.
Well, that's if he gets injured and stuff. But he has to be the man. Daniel Jones, is he going to progress to a like Eli Manning progression to a
Not
quarterback?
Even close so far. Not even close.
Not even close. But so, they need Saquon Barkley to be a Marshall Faulk. They need him in the running game and passing game.
Another team I need to mention, and you're going to agree with this, San Francisco 49ers. No business that they think they can do a 2-quarterback system. No way.
Yeah, this isn't college. This is not college. You can't do 2 quarterbacks.
They're going to name Jimmy Garoppolo the starter, but Kyle Shanahan is not naming a starting quarterback yet, which is not good. And thank goodness you don't play till Sunday and you have to go to Detroit, but you better have a starting quarterback. Don't wait till Saturday or even Sunday because that's going to keep everybody in the loop.
Yep. They're already in the toughest division in football.
I've seen some teams already pick San Francisco to win the division. Others have taken the Rams. I can't guarantee if the Rams are going to do that because look where we are. Matt Stafford compared to Jared Goff.
Yeah, I know. And Vegas gave Matthew Stafford no upgrade. They still put him at an 11 to 12 win team. So even with Stafford, they still said that's 11 and 12 team. They had golf.
And speaking of some teams this year who's got some coaches under the hot seat this year, John Gruden, I think, is one of them.
Yeah, John Gruden. Yeah.
For Las Vegas, the only reason why he didn't get fired was because there were no fans at the new stadium last year.
Yeah.
This year's going to be different.
Probably, but
at this point.
But Kansas City is the only team in that division that really has a chance of doing anything.
Well, Kansas City changed their whole offensive line this year for starters.
Yeah. So
they changed it up completely. The only team that I know who's not going to have a good season for sure is the Houston Texans, where they named Tyrod Taylor the starting quarterback over Deshaun Watson.
Yeah. That's going to be a long season
this year. I don't think Watson's playing this year. I got a funny feeling Watson's going to be a healthy scratch.
Yeah, they may trade him by the trading deadline.
They almost traded him to Miami, and Brian Flores says no.
Yep.
So that didn't take very long. We got Trevor Lawrence getting ready to be quarterback for Jacksonville, which is being played at Houston.
Yeah.
He was named the team captain today, one of the team captains.
Okay.
Smart
young man. We'll see how he does.
TJ Watt, not JJ, TJ Watt reported for Steelers practice today.
He wants a new contract.
Yeah, I love Ben Roethlisberger. I came to Pittsburgh for less money. Give him whatever he wants.
Well, he's the TJ on the defensive side for Pittsburgh. He's their number one player.
Yeah, well, he led the league with 15 sacks last year.
So he's your best player actually on that team. I don't think Ben Roethlisberger is actually the better player on that team. TJ is what the Steelers need to pay, because if they don't pay him, I mean, they have
He's not
nothing.
playing in Buffalo on Sunday.
Yeah. So, and they really don't have anything else behind them. I don't see Pittsburgh doing much this year.
No, and is it going to be the end of Mike Tomlin? Yeah, I can't say much.
No, I can't say much on that. I give them a little bit of a hot seat. It's starting to get warm.
I would say it's going to start cold, but then it might warm up just a little bit as the season goes along.
I say he has the seat warmer on. He has the seat warmer on. And so, yeah, because that's really a Cleveland-Baltimore division. You can toss up on seeing who's going to win that division, Cleveland or Baltimore.
Yeah, the AFC
Baltimore
just signed Baltimore's down 2 running backs now, Joe. They haven't signed Le'Veon Bell.
Le'Veon Bell just went to Baltimore.
Yeah, but he's not playing this Sunday.
Yeah,
There's no way. He won't be ready. He's going to go?
He's going to go.
Oof.
He'll be in a Baltimore uniform.
Oh, that's right. He may be able to play because Baltimore plays Monday night.
Yep. So he'll be ready to go.
Because Gus Edwards is the number 1 running back right now, since the other 2 went down for the season.
Yeah. So, but can Le'Veon Bell go back to his former self? I don't think so.
No.
Can he help a team if Yes,
absolutely.
He can.
Cleveland, they didn't have to spend much money this year. They have everybody back.
Yeah. So it's all on their quarterback.
Baker Mayfield.
It's all on their quarterback.
And is Odell Beckham going to be healthy this year?
Is he? Odell Beckham, is he almost done? Yes. If he doesn't have another healthy season, I say he's done. I say adios. He's gone. I mean, that'd be a short career for him. He has, yeah. I mean, he has one spectacular catch of highlight, and that's his career. Of that one arm grab.
Don't remind me. I remember that game very well again when he scored that touchdown against the Cowboys, and the Cowboys were flagged for pass interference. Oh, I remember that game.
Yeah.
On a Sunday night, nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. That's actually his career right now. That's his whole career, that play. I mean, you can't really say anything about him in a positive way.
Nope. After we want to do something wear the game with a Rolex watch, or do anything crazy, earrings, cleats, He
wants to change his hair color or something and do this and do that.
Well, that's why I think right now Odell might be playing for a contract this year. I really do.
He may. He's actually playing for his career. He's actually playing for his career. If he doesn't do well, he'll be bounced out of Cleveland.
Yeah, and then poor Jarvis Landry.
Yeah.
But other teams that to take on notice this year, how's Carson Wentz going to do after he had foot surgery? He's playing Sunday.
Yep, see what he does in
at home.
Colts uniform.
Yeah, I think does he play Philly? No, he doesn't play Philly, does he?
No.
Okay.
I forgot who he's going to play, but
and T.Y. Hilton's out for the first month.
Yeah. So that's actually the Colts division to win. Because
I think so too. Because I think Jacksonville and Houston's going to have trouble.
Yep.
And
the other team.
No, Tennessee though. Tennessee's going to be the team out there. I mean, geez, Derrick Henry still looks good.
Yeah, he's still a powerhouse.
Ryan Tannehill, thank goodness he got off the COVID list and he was on it pretty quick.
Yeah.
But I think he wasn't. He wasn't vaccinated.
He wasn't, and then now he is. Okay. I think.
Okay. And also, I guess they're saying they want the NFL to still test people, even though that they're vaccinated. I will say Tampa Bay is now 100% vaccinated now, but Bruce Arians has already said that he does on the road. He does not want his team to be going out to places.
Yeah. So there's still going to be a bubble teams. Bubble the teams.
Yeah, some. But at least like during their bye week, they'll be allowed to go out to restaurants and stuff as long as you're vaccinated. If you're not, then you can't do anything except stay home and maybe go to the grocery store at most.
Probably. But
So, but we'll start. We'll do the reviews on the games next week. So we'll
yeah.
give you the review of how week one goes and all. I think we got like 5 minutes left.
Yeah, we got 5 minutes left. For football, who do you think is going to be in the finals? That word we can't say. That big game.
Yeah, you'll see. And I actually didn't even say it this time, unlike last year.
Yeah, beep. But
I want to say Kansas City will be back, and it's just too early for me to pick the NFC right now. But I am probably going to go on a limb and say maybe I think Green Bay can get back in there because Aaron Rodgers, this could be his last year, and he's got something to do and something to prove this year.
Okay. I'll go with Buffalo dethroning the Kansas City, and I'm still gonna go with probably Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay again,
and
well, because we think this could be it for Brady. I think. Right?
Yeah, it could be it for Brady. So it's going to be a Green Bay, Tampa Bay thing. I don't know if Rodgers has that on his mind that it is his last season in Green Bay or something like that. I think that will trip up Green Bay. That hasn't.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a concern, and I think it's going to be in his mind.
Yep. And if that defense doesn't play as well, and his offensive weapons, if one of them gets hurt or something like that, I think that will throw off Green Bay's season.
It'll throw them off course. So
that will probably give birth to a Seattle or a LA chance to take off Green Bay.
Seattle, though, they're starting to lose it, though, a little bit. They don't really have a lot left on that team.
They don't have too much left because they paid Russell Wilson. They don't have enough to spend on the defensive side of the ball or offensive side. Mm-hmm. That's why they picked up for the past couple of years, they picked up like aging superstars, like a Jimmy Graham and stuff and everything else.
Jimmy Graham is still with Chicago. Is in Chicago still.
Chicago, but Seattle has to do that. They have to pick up aging superstars or past superstars.
One thing of note, remember the Green Bay New Orleans game is not going to be played at the Superdome. It's going to be played in Jacksonville, Florida because of the floods.
Well, that's because it's underwater. It's underwater, buddy.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. The game's on Sunday. It's going to be played in Jacksonville, Florida, not in New Orleans. But they hope that New Orleans gets their next home game for Week 4. So,
well, they still need help with the buckets and chucking water out of the thing.
Ugh, what a mess!
Yeah, that is a mess. We joke about it, but we send our love down there.
Yeah, we have to.
Yep.
One other thing, I know we got 2 minutes left. The U.S. men's soccer team trying to qualify for the World Cup so far. They've tied Canada and they've tied El Salvador. Tonight they have a game at Honduras. The game's at 10:30. Forget it. It's on Paramount Plus. It's pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view for a soccer game? Who's turning in for that?
Yeah, well, I can watch a free trial of it, but I'll probably save that for Hulu and ESPN Plus in case I got to go.
I would save that too. I would save it.
We have 2 ties, and we have one of our players not playing tonight because he broke protocol rules.
Okay.
So that's the unfortunate part. But to everybody, good luck in the NFL season. And if you're a fantasy football person, hope you picked up the right players.
Yeah, hopefully we're actually diving into a little bit more about your fantasy team next time.
Yeah, next week. Yeah. I don't want to do it this week because I fear we had a lot to cover. So, but that's a wrap.
That's a wrap for number 55, show 55. So thanks for watching the Sportsman Show.